I was cleaning out my drawer earlier and I found my college junk journal, and when I went to pick it up, this actually fell out. I thought it was really funny because it is condom week, and in honor of condom week, I thought I'd share 5 things about condoms that I wish I knew before I started college. Starting off with the reason why this condom was in my journal, condoms actually have an expiration date. I didn't know this until I received a bunch of free condoms from Student Health that I brought home, and one of my housemates actually jokingly said like, oh, whoever's condoms these are, like make sure you use them before the expiration date. And I was like, expiration date? And that's when I found out that condoms actually do expire. So this one expires June 2026. The material of a condom actually deteriorates over time, so it's always better to use a new condom versus an old condom because old and expired condoms are always at higher risk of tearing during sex. Something else I didn't know is that condoms aren't exclusive to penetrative sex. Condoms can also be used for oral sex. You can use a condom while performing both oral on males and females. For females, you're going to use a dental dam, which is basically a thin sheet of latex that you place over the vaginal opening and surrounding area, and then for males, you are going to use a condom. So speaking of differing types of condoms during oral sex, there's actually also differing types of condoms for penetrative sex. Typically when we talk about condoms, we think about external or male condoms, which is like the condom I showed earlier, but there's also another kind of condom known as an internal or a female condom. This type of condom is a pouch that's inserted in the vaginal canal or the anus before penetrative sex, and it prevents against unwanted pregnancies as well as STIs. The last 2 things I wish I knew about condoms are actually important things that I like to keep in the back of my mind. Oil-based lube can actually cause latex condoms to break. I think a lot of people reach for oil-based lube because it's a little bit more convenient and found in more household items, but it's always important to invest in a water-based lube if you're using latex condoms because oil can actually kind of dissolve and break down the molecular structure of latex. The last thing that I think is important to know is that condoms can actually be made of different materials. I've primarily been talking about latex condoms, but there is something known as lambskin condoms. Some people might prefer lambskin condoms because they provide a little bit more sensitivity. They might also use them because they have a latex allergy. It is important to note if you're using lambskin condoms that lambskin condoms are actually less effective in preventing STIs than latex condoms. I think it's important to keep these things in the back of your mind when you are thinking about using condoms, just so everyone who is sexually active has the knowledge to make the choice that feels correct for them.